of the US population, but they're 4 times more likely to be victims of violence. Meanwhile, out of the over 5,700 mass shootings we've had in the United States since 2013, only 5 of those shooters were trans. 5. That is 0.08%. But sure, yeah, let's strip their rights away because you conservative transphobic racists love scapegoating and fear-mongering. They're literally trying to classify gender dysphoria as a mental defect so they can build lists and take people's rights away. Which is terrifying because if they can do this to trans people, what's to stop them from doing it to veterans with PTSD or people on antidepressants? And if that wasn't enough, Texas just passed one of the most punitive anti-trans bills in the nation. It bans trans people from using public facilities like locker rooms, bathrooms, and then it slaps a $25,000 fine on the first violation and a $125,000 fine on the second violation. For reference, that fine is literally more than a grape charge in Texas. The state of Texas is literally saying that it costs more to exist as a trans person than to sexually assault somebody. This isn't about safety. This is about creating a legal system where trans people are punished for simply existing. And the fact that they will bend their holy grail of gun rights. They will bend gun rights for trans individuals. Just goes to show exactly how far their obsession is with discrimination. So next time a conservative tells you we can't pass common sense gun laws, it's unconstitutional, just remember, actually, they can ban guns. They just choose to use that power against a vulnerable minority instead of, I don't know, stopping the thousands of mass shootings that are carried out by cis white men in this country every year. Do you guys remember learning about the Cold War in history class? You know, like missiles, spies, nuclear bunkers. Yeah? Oh, okay, cool. Because apparently they decided to run that shit back. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. Aside from the fact that, like, nobody is talking about this, we also have to take into consideration that this Cold War revolves around AI. While headlines have been like, Trump and China's president made up! A truce! Yay! The real story, like the one nobody bothered mentioning, is that the US and China are currently locked in a full-blown oh fuck, we're absolutely screwed AI Cold War, where the weapons aren't bombs, they're chips, servers, algorithms. China's out here putting AI in everything. Surveillance, AI. The military, AI. Factories, AI. Meanwhile, in the US, our strategy is, hey, Microsoft and OpenAI, can you guys handle this while Congress has our government shut down for the 40th consecutive day in a row? That's it. That's our global strategy. And experts are like, wow, this is the biggest tech race since the nuclear era. Meanwhile, we got the European Union seeing all of this and they were like, yeah, we need to regulate this shit. Which, valid, except they accidentally regulated themselves into irrelevance. They passed the AI Act, which is like a 400-page rulebook about what you can and can't do with AI. So now we've got China with AI and everything. The US where AI is a fucking free-for-all. And the EU where AI has essentially been grounded. And what's really scary is whoever comes out on top has the upper hand in shaping the future of freedom, war, privacy, money, communication. But not to worry, AI experts have already stated that all of this will have generational consequences. Yes!
I got a headache and I'm cockeyed and I can see 4 things at once!
Oh no! How could this have happened? Who did this? Who did this to my home? I have so many memories and cherished valuables in there. Please, anybody, come save me in my home. Come save my house. More specifically, if you're on the Phoenix Fire Department squad, please come put out this fire. Please, come save me. I'm just a girl. I'm literally just, please, my dainty frame needs your help. Please.
Smiley face, but I know where you live and I'm going to slit your throat. Oh, that's a death threat, actually. I'm going to skip that one.
You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I am really glad that somebody took advantage of their free will to create an accurate depiction of the current Supreme Court justices we have. The most abhorrent, corrupt, backwash group of clowns this country has ever seen. I don't know if you guys heard, but the Supreme Court just greenlit mass immigration raids in Los Angeles. So ICE can now show up to Home Depot, a car wash, or your literal block, and then grab whoever looks brown or speaks with an accent and throw them to the ground. And the craziest part about all of this, Brett Kavanaugh, an active member of the Supreme Court, said that race can be a relevant factor for ICE to stop you. Funny how you erase DEI so race can't be used to make colleges more diverse, but race can be used to justify racial profiling and tackling innocent people to the ground. This ruling straight up erodes our constitutional freedoms. US citizens are already getting arrested and dragged away while screaming, "I was born here." That's not law enforcement, that is fascism with a badge. And notice how all of these ICE agents keep their faces covered? Why do that unless they know they're doing something wrong? These twats know in 20 years from now, when they're side by side in history books with the Nazis, they won't want their faces being shown. Do you dumb fucking idiots really think that wearing a mask is going to save you from being held accountable? If you aren't afraid of tackling innocent US citizens to the ground, you shouldn't be afraid of having your face be seen. Stop hiding behind your masks and show the world who you really fucking are. And look, I'm not trying to scare anyone, but clearly our courts are compromised. ICE is hunting innocent people like prey, and the only line of defense we have left is us. Protests, lawsuits, mutual aid, direct support. We cannot sit back and allow our court system to sign people's rights away. Supreme Court? No. More like the White Pointed Hood Club. And every single one of you acting members currently sitting on the Supreme Court should be absolutely disgusted with yourselves if you voted for this. Because if hell is real, you're going there. Okay, yeah, no. The United States healthcare system
Has lost its goddamn mind.
Like, at this point, our healthcare system is being held together by a wish and a fucking prayer. Hi, everyone. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. A black woman in Indiana, Mercedes Wells, walked into a hospital in active labor. Her contractions were a minute apart. She was begging to stay. And they were like, yeah, come back when it's serious. And then sent her away. What level of delusion do you have to be operating on to look at a pregnant woman in pain and say, you're fine, come back later? So she gets discharged, gets in her car, and then boom. Her husband had to deliver their baby 8 minutes later on the side of the road. And then in Texas, we have this literal hellspawn demon fucking nurse. While another black woman is in active labor, crying out in pain, this bitch turns around and she's like, how many babies have you had?
What? How many times have you been pregnant?
3.
This is your 3rd pregnancy?
Yes.
You have 2 babies
It's
at
in
home?
my ass.
You have 2 babies at home? Here's your doctor.
How many babies do you have? Bitch, how many functioning brain cells do you have? This woman is literally crying and screaming out in pain, and you're there giving her a fucking BuzzFeed quiz? Oh yeah, and since the media is hell-bent on blurring this nurse's face, everybody meet LaCrys Devon. She has since been terminated. But on several occasions, not just this one, she's neglected black patients. When in particular, a man came in and he was having seizures, and she assumed it was a drug overdose because he was black. And the worst part about all of this isn't just random moments. This is what black women deal with constantly. You could walk into a hospital screaming, crying, contracting, crowning. Bitch, you could be levitating. And somebody will still be like, are you sure it hurts? We literally live in a country where hospitals will turn you away in active labor and pray for you while doing so. Bitch, why don't you stop calling on Jesus and call the OBGYN? You sit there like, oh, we value life. Okay, then maybe start by valuing the person who is in front of you, actively pushing a human head out of their body. Black women deserve better. Black mothers deserve better. So if you work in a hospital, do your fucking job. Oh, I know this big back with sleep apnea, 5 chins, and Arby's grease-filled arteries is not the one talking right now. Donald, you waddle through a golf course like a melting ham. And you want to deny immigrants entry into the U.S. because they have health problems? Babe, you look like every pre-diabetic warning ad on late-night television. If diabetes was a demographic, you'd be the spokesperson. Trump's new directive allows visa officers to literally deny immigrants entry into the U.S. because they have things like diabetes, obesity, heart disease, mental health conditions, as if the US doesn't already run off of all of those things. And the best part is these visa officers aren't even doctors. The memo literally tells them to develop their own thoughts on what they think might cause future medical costs. What the fuck are these unqualified bitches supposed to do? Sniff out blood sugar levels? This man who looks like he's lived off of Diet Coke, McDonald's, and narcissism for the past 70 years all of a sudden wants to gatekeep healthcare? Trump banning people with diabetes is like a comedian banning people from laughing. Like, it's self-hate. And it's not even about health, it's about cruelty. This is a part of his ongoing campaign to deport anybody who doesn't look like they were pre-assembled in a Bass Pro Shop catalog. It literally said they can deny people for having conditions that could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars in care. Oh, really? So when is Trump gonna get deported for costing taxpayers hundreds of millions in golf, vacation, stations, his gold ballroom. We're talking about people just trying to survive. Parents, kids, workers. And they're being told they're too sick for America by a man who looks like he gets winded just from standing up. The hypocrisy is like, it's insane. Because if being obese, old, and delusional disqualified you from living here, half of Congress as well as our president would be gone by Monday. So yeah, Trump, maybe sit this one out because you're one chicken tender away from a heart attack. Really hoping that nobody ends up in a life-threatening accident anytime soon. Because under Trump's new budget plan, hospitals might have a lot